Here we are with Ryan Smith, game director with Insomniac for the brand new Spider-Man game. What's going on, man? How's your day today?
Oh, it's fantastic. I love seeing everybody playing the game and the different reactions. It's just super exciting. That's what we work for, is just get the game out to people.
Absolutely. Look, man, you spent 10 years over at Insomniac. Give me a little insight into that journey and how that's been for you.
Oh, man. So I started as a programmer at Insomniac. I've worked on all sorts of tech at Insomniac. But the way that I moved into the game director roles, I actually came through the gameplay programming side. Now at Insomniac, gameplay programmers are really, really sensitive to player mechanics and stuff like that. And so that was a way, and enemy design as well. And so that was a way that I got into the game design aspect. For a little while, I was actually a manager of the gameplay programming and design departments. And then, of course, with Spider-Man, I was able to transition from there to the game director role, where I'm really just looking at the product, trying to make the best, in this case, Spider-Man experience that I can.
I had an opportunity to play the game for a few hours today, and I gotta say it was pretty amazing. To me, I think this was our first Marvel Spider-Man game that Insomniac has worked on. Is that correct, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely, and it's been a terrific opportunity working with Sony and Marvel on this title. Oh man, it's been great.
Were you a big Marvel fan growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about it and sort of wondering, well, when did I first hear about Spider-Man, right? When was I first into Spider-Man? And I couldn't even remember, because it's just been part of the culture for so long, right? My aunt sent me a picture just recently. She was cleaning out her house and sent me some old pictures, and there I am, like 4 or 5 years old, maybe 6 years old, probably, and wearing a Spider-Man shirt. And it's like it's just like that's been just part of the whole story.
That's super amazing. All right, so tell us about this. Were there any setbacks or pitfalls developing this game that you kind of came across?
Man, everything is always an opportunity, I think, when you're a developer. We were very iterative, so we try different approaches. We set out a big goal. So like for Spider-Man, the first thing we started working on was swinging, right? We wanted to make sure that swinging worked great, that the webs attached to buildings, that was super key. We wanted to make sure that it felt like you were swinging. It never felt like flying. We wanted to feel that arc of the pendulum and really pull on you. And so we went through a lot of iterations on that, and just different ways that we could get that feel. And different ways that we could keep the players' momentum up.
I think that's one of the most unique things about a Spider-Man game. When I play that game, that unique feel of swinging. So I got to dig into that a little bit. When you're thinking through that and wanting to get that momentum down right for the game and that vibe and feel, what is that process, as a game director?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to, starting with the goals again. How do the web lines attach? What are our right metrics for the city, so that when you swing, you can find a line that can go to a building. Getting the physics of the pendulum and finding how to carry that momentum off the line so that you can spring. Finding the right places for the player to give input, right? So we wanted to make sure that you felt like a experienced Spider-Man from day one. You could start the game and swing pretty easily. But we also wanted to make sure there was depth for players who really spent time with the game. And so we found those little moves that you could add, flinging yourself around the side of a building, springing off of the lamp posts, that you could then chain together to keep your momentum up on your own.